schools, Democrats in deep blue cities have made it a mission to eliminate the advanced programs at which Asian kids excel. Asian parents said, okay, I wish all kids well, not a racist, but I need someone who acts like my lawyer.
The conversation took a turn when Bill Maher began discussing modern media reactions. He questioned how certain stories gain attention and why some topics spark stronger responses than others. The audience listened closely as he explained his perspective, mixing humor with commentary. While some agreed, others remained quiet, creating a noticeable tension in the room. The segment wasn't about attacking, it was about asking questions. By the end, it became clear why the moment spread quickly online. It highlighted how media narratives can be interpreted differently depending on who's watching and what they believe.
And who do you see on the horizon for 2028 in the Democratic primary?
Right now?
Yeah.
Bernie and AOC.
No.
They got the biggest crowds.
That doesn't matter.
It won't sustain itself, but right now they have no leader. Okay? But this is the thing the Republican Party has to understand too. Both parties lost in the last election. Trump won, okay? And I don't know if that's going to transfer.
During a live segment, Bill Maher addressed what he sees as patterns in media coverage. He pointed out how reactions can sometimes appear exaggerated, depending on the situation. The audience reacted in real time, with a mix of laughter and thoughtful silence. Maher's approach focused on questioning rather than declaring. He encouraged viewers to think about how information is presented and why certain stories dominate headlines. It wasn't a simple argument. It was a broader reflection on media behavior. By the end, the discussion left viewers considering how narratives are shaped and shared.
That ticket, Kevin, because if it's not Bernie, he's going to be vice president and then wait his turn.
No, it would be. Bernie's been running each time. I'm just saying who's in the lead right now. I don't think that's how it ends up.
But big crowds don't necessarily mean who's the right candidate. You know, when I started...
No, but it drives where the ideas are going to go. It's going to drive the money for a while.
It doesn't make him the winner.
It doesn't make him the winner. You'll have to wait till you'll get 2 years out, and then you'll start seeing these governors that start showing solutions. You also have to know, what is the issue going to be? Are we going to have a foreign policy issue? Are we going to have an economic issue? And who's been the best in leading in that? But right now for the Democrats, who's going to lead for the next 2 years, the money is going to...
The moment gained attention when Bill Maher shared his thoughts on how outrage can spread quickly in modern media. He explained that rapid reactions can sometimes overshadow deeper analysis. The audience followed along as he broke down his viewpoint, combining humor with observation. Some moments drew laughter, while others brought a more serious tone. It wasn't about proving a single point. It was about exploring how public reactions are formed. As the segment continued, it became clear why it resonated with viewers. It touched on a topic many people notice but don't always discuss openly.
Bernie, AOC, Mandani are not Democrats. They'll be the first to tell you that. They're democratic socialists, and that's a very different thing, and I don't think people know that yet. I don't think people realize we already have a lot of socialism. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment insurance, food stamps, veterans benefits, Pell Grants, COVID-era payments, farm subsidies, disability payments, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, corporate bailouts, and the jobs program that is building weapons the Pentagon doesn't even want.
What started as a routine show quickly turned into a widely discussed moment. Bill Maher began analyzing media responses to current events, questioning how quickly outrage can build. The audience reacted instantly, creating an engaging atmosphere. Maher used examples and humor to explain his perspective, keeping the tone balanced. Rather than focusing on one side, he explored how different viewpoints shape public reactions. The segment stood out because it encouraged reflection instead of confrontation. By the end, viewers were left thinking about how media narratives influence the way people interpret events.
They are radicals about this concept, and radical economic policy is always ineluctably married to radical social policy. Their platform, for example, calls for completely open borders. They're for what Biden was doing, but more. You think you're going to win an election on that? This just seems like more extremism at a time when Americans are begging both parties, please, could just one of you act normal?
Live television often brings unexpected discussions, and this was one of them. Bill Maher shared his observations about how outrage spreads across media platforms. He suggested that not all reactions are equal and that context matters. The audience responded with a mix of agreement and curiosity. His delivery combined humor with analysis, making the segment both engaging and thought-provoking. Instead of presenting a simple conclusion, he opened the door for viewers to form their own opinions. Moments like this show how live discussions can spark broader conversations beyond the studio.
In the streets, either MAGA's crypto crony capitalism or city-run grocery stores? No, I don't want that. I want a Democrat who reassures me if you like your Whole Foods, you can keep your Whole Foods.